and start out with some freshly washed hair. I am so excited about today's video because we are working with some tape ends. I decided to switch it up a little bit and do something a little different, step out of my comfort zone. And baby, let me tell you something. I was a guinea pig, okay? Because we learned some things, we messed up a few times, but I'm going to tell you guys all the mistakes I made so you guys won't make them. So I just went through, straightened my hair out. So you want to make sure your hair is freshly washed, straighten it out. And this is a kinky texture. So I got this texture because I knew it would match perfectly and seamless with my hair. I do have these clip-ins or tape-ins in the color 1B, which is a little lighter than my actual hair color. I'm not sure, but we're gonna make it work, okay? You see, I matched it up and it was a little lighter, but after installing it, I love the way that it ended up looking. Looked like I had a few highlights in. So now we're just gonna go ahead and part around the perimeter. And when parting around the perimeter, I'll show you guys a little later, it's a trick that you can do to make sure you're leaving out enough hair. But you take the end of the comb and you flip the hair over to make sure you can't see the tail end. But this is what the tape end looks like. You just take off the sticker and it's real sticky. And I started out by clipping them from the bottom or taping them in from the bottom. And then I placed the other tape in on top and sandwiched them together. And I held it for about 5 seconds. And I was also going through curling the hair as I was going along. I felt like it'll make the process easier in the end. I already have curls in. So I did that. Nothing was wrong with that. But the installation is where I had to switch it up a little bit. And I'll tell you guys that a little later. But as you can see, I was just brushing everything up to make sure that first row of tape-ins that I installed were seamless and you cannot see them. So look at that. Ponytail definitely gonna be looking good. So this is the trick that I was telling you guys. You just want to take your rat tail comb and see if you can see the rat tail, which you can't see it. So that means you have enough hair out to be able to cover up the tape ends. So here's what the tape ends look like. I was still doing it from the bottom first and then taping the top tape in on top right here. I didn't realize that doing it another way would be a lot easier, but here's what they are looking like, y'all. It's so hard installing these on yourself, especially like I had mirrors all around me, but to get the part straight and to make sure hair wasn't getting stuck in the tape ends was a little tedious. But if you have some help, have someone who can either install them for you or be right there while you're doing it to just help you out, it'll definitely be beneficial. But I did it, so you can do it if you just want to do it yourself. But with tape ends, you want to make sure you're not going too close to your scalp, so you want to leave a little space just so you can flip the tape ends back and forth. So now I figured out that I wanted to put the tape in on first and then flip the hair up, and I felt like it made it so much easier and I was able to move a little faster. So that's what I say, I had to switch up the application, and then I just squeezed the tape in together to make sure everything was in there properly and no hair was snagging or anything. So you just want to sandwich those two tape ends together. The more I installed them, the easier it got, and I feel like the better I got with installing them. So these tape ends, each pack comes with 20 pieces inside. So these are seamless, injected, hand-tied, invisible tape end hair extensions. It's virgin human hair. I will have a discount code down below in the description box for you guys to shop and save some money. But the quality of this hair is amazing. It curled beautifully. So this was another row that I was starting on, but like I said, the hair curls so beautifully, and I just always feel like the kinky texture just matches my natural hair texture because that's what my hair is. It's kinky, so it goes really, really well. So as you can see, I'm taping that tape in on, making sure I press it in, and then I'm going to flip it up. And I'm going to take the other tape and sandwich them in together. So this is what the other side looked like. You want to make sure you don't have too much hair in there because it won't stick properly. And then you don't want to have too little hair because it will overly stick. Like the two tapes will be stuck together with a little bit of hair, and that'll put a lot of strain on the hair that's in between. So you just want the perfect amount. So I'm just going in and filling in this row. One of the things I appreciate about tape ends is the fact that you can treat this like it's your hair, literally. Like you can shampoo it, condition, all of the things, and just treat it like it's your hair. So I love that fact of tape ends because they remind me of just straight clip-ins. But with clip-ins, you have to take those out. And for me, like I have to take mine out. I don't like to sleep in them. The clips are just like uncomfortable after a while. So I love the fact that I can just have these. It gives me the clip-in illusion and, you know, just like the clip-in effect, but they're taped into my hair and I don't have to worry about them coming out. I can just style my hair as I'm pleased and just go along about my day. So I love that. So here's another clip of me taping in that second piece at the bottom, and then we're just going to squeeze it, like sandwich it together and squeeze it together. So yeah, they're super easy once you get the hang of it, and once you get the angles right with the mirrors, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can do this. So it really took me maybe like an hour, I'd say like a good hour and a half to install these. And then later on, when I opened up another pack of tape-ins, I found that they put these grippers in with it, and when I tell you, this was like a game changer because it holds the hair in place to make sure you don't have any flyaways, and to make sure the hair that you want to go into tape-ins is going into tape-ins and no other hair is in the way. So these were definitely beneficial. And I know it's another tool they have out where it's like it looks like scissors, but it's not scissors, and it kind of look like, you know, like tweezers, and you just mash the tape ins together. It just helps with sandwiching them together. So that's like another tool you can use. But this is what my hair looked like after installing all the tape ins, y'all. You can't tell me this is not my hair, okay? It's looking so full, so just luscious and just beautiful. I just love how they turn out. I can just rock my hair in a ponytail. Look at the back, like, girl, what? Look at the side. This is my hair. This is coming from my scalp. Like, what? Tape ins where? This is my hair, girl. But yeah, it looks so good. I absolutely love how it turned out. I'm definitely a fan of tape ins now. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning I was like, girl, what have I got myself into? Because it was, like I said, it was a little tedious, but once you get the hang of it, it's like a piece of cake after that. So yeah, you can rock your hair in a ponytail, half up, half down. Like, the styles are endless, okay? But we did do a side part. You can rock a middle part, just depending on where you install the tape ins. But girl, I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of tape ins now. And if you guys are interested in the ones that I have installed today, make sure you check out the description box. And I do have a discount code where you can save you some money, honey. Okay, so we love that. But I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let me know down below, have you ever installed tape ins? What do you think? What are your thoughts about them? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.